I was made to fight, but I wasn't made to hate. Every scar, every broken piece of me carries a memory, a reason to keep moving forward. I've seen the darkness of this city, the cruelty of those who think power defines them, but I won't let their fear control me. I fight for the ones who cannot, for the ones who steal, fire, or even myself to protect it and win.
Alita Battle Angel 2 is one of the most highly anticipated sequels in modern science fiction cinema, a film that carries not only the weight of continuing a beloved story, but also the responsibility of fulfilling the promise of a world that feels endlessly layered, rich, and emotionally gripping. The first film introduced audiences to Alita, a cyborg warrior who awakened in a body built with forgotten technology, her memories clouded yet her instincts sharp and unmatched. The journey of discovery, love, loss, and rebellion set in Iron City created a loyal fan base eager for more. Now, with the sequel, the creators have expanded the vision, diving deeper into the mysteries of Zalem, the floating city above, and Alita's fight for truth and justice against forces that remain cloaked in shadow. The cast of the film once again brings the heart of this story to life. Rosa Salazar returns in the motion capture performance that made Alita unforgettable, with her expressive eyes and graceful yet powerful physicality, capturing the essence of a character who is at once vulnerable and unstoppable. Christoph Waltz reprises his role as Dr. Dyson Edo, the father figure whose quiet strength and deep sense of morality continue to guide Alita. Edward Norton, teased in the first film as the enigmatic Nova, steps fully into the spotlight in this sequel, embodying a villain whose calm brilliance hides terrifying ambition. Kean Johnson also returns as Hugo in flashbacks, his tragic romance with Alita still resonating in her memories and fueling her determination. New additions to the cast bring further intrigue, including a mysterious warrior from Zalem who questions everything Alita thought she knew about her own past, played by a charismatic new actor whose role is shrouded in secrecy. The story of the sequel continues immediately after the heart-wrenching finale of the first film, where Alita stood victorious in the motorball arena, yet gazed upward at Zalem, her eyes filled with resolve. The sequel begins with Alita attempting to claim her place as champion, determined to rise high enough to confront Nova directly. The motorball sequences are bigger and more daring than before, with cutting-edge visual effects pushing the boundaries of action cinema. Yet the races themselves serve as only the opening chapter of the narrative, because Alita soon learns that the path to Zalem is not won by spectacle alone, but through secrets hidden in her forgotten past. The film takes her on a dual journey, outward, toward the unreachable floating city, and inward, into the fragmented memories of her life as a soldier of the ancient war that devastated Earth centuries ago. One of the most compelling aspects of the plot is Alita's confrontation with the nature of identity. While she remembers glimpses of being a warrior named 99, the sequel explores what it means for her to be both the girl Edo raised with love and the weapon engineered for battle. This duality becomes even more intense when she encounters others from her past who survived the great conflict, now dwelling in the shadows of Zalem. Some view her as an ally, others as a threat, but all force her to confront choices she made long before she awoke in Iron City. The emotional core of the movie lies in Alita's struggle to reconcile who she was, who she is, and who she wishes to become. The sequel also expands the world-building in breathtaking ways. Iron City remains central, with its streets buzzing with life, danger, and resilience, but the story gradually ascends to Zalem itself. For the first time, audiences are granted a full view of the legendary city in the sky, a utopia built on exploitation and lies. The design of Zalem contrasts sharply with the grit of Iron City. Its towering spires and shining surfaces conceal corruption, its wealth fueled by the suffering below. Alita's infiltration into this world reveals both its allure and its rot, as she encounters citizens who believe wholeheartedly in Nova's vision, as well as those who secretly conspire to bring it down. The tension between these opposing forces creates a backdrop for political intrigue, betrayal, and revelations that shift everything Alita thought she knew. The relationship between Alita and Dr. Edo continues to evolve in the sequel, deepened by the shared knowledge of the dangers ahead. Ito struggles with his protective instincts and his understanding that Alita must embrace her destiny, even if it takes her further away from him. Their bond is tested repeatedly, particularly when Alita is forced to make choices that place her in mortal danger. These quieter moments, full of warmth, sorrow, and determination, balance the high-octane action with genuine emotional stakes. In this way, the film remains true to the beating heart of the first installment, a story not just of machines and battles, but of family, love, and humanity. Edward Norton's Nova, finally unleashed as the central antagonist, represents a chillingly intelligent foe. His calm demeanor masks ruthless cunning, and his manipulation of Zalem's citizens demonstrates the subtlety of his power. Unlike villains who rely solely on brute force, Nova thrives on control of knowledge, technology, and the very system that keeps Zalem afloat while Iron City suffers below. His confrontations with Alita are more than physical battles. They are clashes of ideology, with Nova insisting that order requires sacrifice and that Alita's defiance threatens the fragile balance of their world. These philosophical duels lend the film a richness that elevates it beyond spectacle, forcing audiences to consider questions about freedom, destiny, and moral responsibility. The action sequences of Alita Battle Angel 2 are designed to surpass the already dazzling feats of the first film. Motorball races are filmed with dizzying speed, featuring new competitors with unique cybernetic enhancements that push Alita to her limits. Beyond the arena, Alita engages in battles that combine martial arts choreography with imaginative science fiction weaponry, every movement fluid and precise. The cinematography captures both the beauty and brutality of combat, making each fight not only thrilling, but also meaningful in terms of character growth. From the crowded streets of Iron City to the gleaming yet perilous platforms of Zalem, the film ensures that every location becomes a stage for spectacle while remaining grounded in Alita's personal journey. The emotional stakes are heightened through Alita's memories of Hugo, whose death continues to haunt her. His dream of reaching Zalem becomes intertwined with her mission, as she feels both guilt and determination to honor his legacy. The sequel uses carefully crafted flashbacks to revisit their relationship, reminding audiences of the heartache and love that still fuel Alita's choices. These moments add depth to the story, showing that even in the midst of epic battles, it is love and loss that define the meaning of victory. Alita's remembrance of Hugo also serves as a powerful contrast to her interactions with new allies and adversaries, underscoring her evolution from a girl discovering the world to a warrior shaping its future. The supporting characters add layers to the narrative, each bringing their own perspectives on survival, power, and freedom. Some citizens of Zalem quietly question the system but fear reprisal, while rebels on the ground organize in secret. Hopping Alita can be the spark that ignites change. The dynamic between these groups highlights the complexities of revolution, showing that not all who oppose Nova are united in their goals. Trust becomes a fragile currency, and betrayal lurks around every corner. This web of alliances and rivalries adds suspense and tension, ensuring that Alita's path is never straightforward, but filled with moral dilemmas and unexpected turns. Visually, the film promises to be a marvel, combining cutting-edge technology with artistry. The design of Zalem dazzles with its pristine surfaces and technological wonders, yet the camera never lets audiences forget the exploitation that supports it. Iron City, meanwhile, bursts with life, color, and grit, its people embodying resilience in the face of hardship. The contrast between these settings amplifies the themes of inequality and power, making the story resonate with contemporary relevance while maintaining its fantastical flair. Each frame of the movie is designed not only to impress, but also to immerse viewers in a world that feels lived in and fully realized. The release of Alita Battle Angel 2 is positioned as a cinematic event, set to arrive in theaters in 2025. Fans who waited years for this continuation finally see their patience rewarded, with the promise of a story that expands the scope while honoring the original. The anticipation surrounding the release date is electric, as audiences prepare for a return to Iron City and an ascent into Zalem. The film has been marketed as both a conclusion to long-running storylines and a stepping stone to even greater sagas, depending on the reception. This delicate balance of closure and continuation makes the release all the more significant, as it must deliver emotional payoff while keeping the door open to future possibilities. The trailer for Alita Battle Angel 2 captures this spirit of excitement and intensity. It begins with sweeping shots of Iron City, its crowded streets alive with energy, before cutting to Alita standing atop a high structure, gazing upward at Zalem. Her eyes reflect determination, and the music swells as motorball sequences burst onto the screen with kinetic force. Quick flashes show Ito warning her of the dangers ahead, Nova calmly orchestrating schemes from his throne in Zalem, and glimpses of new characters whose allegiances remain unclear. The trailer teases battles in arenas, duels on airships, and a final confrontation in the heart of Zalem itself. The final shot, of Alita facing Nova with her sword gleaming, accompanied by a whispered line about destiny, leaves audiences breathless and eager for more. It is the kind of trailer that ignites conversation and speculation, each frame dissected by fans hungry for every detail. As the film builds toward its conclusion, Alita's journey reaches new emotional heights. She confronts Nova not just with her strength, but with her compassion, challenging his vision of control with the belief that humanity thrives in freedom and connection. The climax is both explosive and poignant, filled with sacrifices and triumphs that leave audiences deeply moved. By the end, Alita emerges not simply as a survivor or a champion, but as a leader who has earned her place in history. The story closes with both resolution and possibility, ensuring that even as credits roll, the legend of Alita continues to burn brightly in the hearts of those who have followed her story from the beginning. In every sense, Alita Battle Angel 2 is designed as more than just a sequel. It is a cinematic experience that blends thrilling action, rich world-building, heartfelt emotion, and profound questions about identity and destiny. It honors the past while embracing the future, offering fans a journey that is as visually breathtaking as it is emotionally satisfying. With a talented cast, visionary direction, and a story that refuses to settle for easy answers, the film stands ready to claim its place as one of the defining spectacles of 2025.